Okay, so I just wanted to do a quick little ditty about my experience in the black community and Black Lives Matter. So, a lot of folks are trying to suggest that it's overhyped or things, well, they're just making a big deal out of it because it just affected them. That's how the argument's been going for a while. In fact, I was victim to that argument, meaning I believed it. But then I made friends. Let me tell you about one of them. So, I was dating this beautiful young black lady back when I was 16 years old, fresh with a car, and I wanted to get a late night latte just because I could at Perk Up Espresso. I was driving down Pacific Avenue from Spanaway to Parkland in Washington. And as we're getting close to it, all of a sudden I hear these screeching brakes and then lights come on. There were no front lights, there were no headlights. And I, pull over. I was taking the turn a little bit fast when he pulled me over and almost hit me. But then again, he didn't have any lights on. He pulls me out, cuffs me, and there's only one puddle in the parking lot. He tries to sit me in it, and I refuse. Keep in mind, I skipped a part. Walks up to the door and immediately tries to open the door. Immediately. Like there's no, hey, license, no knock knock or anything like that, just tink tink. And then he knocks on the window. It says, unlock your door. And I didn't feel safe. So what I did was I cracked my window, I gave him my license and all of that, and he basically threatened me with arresting me and towing the vehicle if I didn't open the door. I open the door, he cuffs me, he tries to sit me in the only puddle in the entire parking lot, and it's a huge parking lot. And I'm just a little bit confused, like, wow, this is some rough treatment. And I'm a little bit bewildered, like maybe I got a bad one. So I go back to the car. He issues me like 3-4 tickets there, just completely erroneous, all of them. And he leaves with the words, you should watch the company you keep. No, you better watch the company you keep. And I'm just sitting there like, he just said this to me, talking to my girlfriend, like, he just said this to me. I have no clue what and then it clicks. I've been in the car during 2 DWBs. The guy was a professional limo driver. He was one of my wingmen back in the day. And he got pulled over twice while I was in the car with him. Both times it was a white officer with an attitude who only, right when he lifted the light to see me, that's when the attitude lifted and the other hand went off the gun. Not joking. I witnessed this firsthand. I've lived in a food desert. Everything that they're saying is true. And the fact that, I'm going to say white America, or just America period, doesn't want to listen, okay, it's an ugly inconvenience to have to listen to something sad. But they live it. I've been there. I mean, the black community saved my tail in Southside Chicago. You have no idea. I've been Kojic since I was 14. Church of God in Christ, full gospel Pentecostal. And it was the church that provided my grace in Chicago. I mean, it was rough. And the first 2 nights, I got into a new place on good faith. No joke. First 2 months, I didn't have to pay a thing. The only thing the guy said was, don't let me down. I met him through a connection at the church. First time going. The black community has been more gracious and kind to me than anyone should deserve. And I'm talking community, period. Arizona, Washington, Chicago, Oregon. All of them. So when you ask me, why do Black Lives Matter? It's because I'm afraid for people I care about. I'm afraid to bring certain people in certain areas. I can walk into and out of any neighborhood in America. Wealthy, poor, doesn't matter. I've already done it. And the big catch on this one is, being autistic, I can hide what I am. But to have this reckless hatred, still, after pretty much everything since the War for Independence, it's been Americans fighting. It's just, we need to own up. We need to stop turning a blind eye. So yes, Black Lives Matter. Take care.